they tend to just make a lot of mistakes, you know, like they just run through like mistakes they usually wouldn't make, and they just overstay their welcome because they feel they got to pressure a little bit more, just like last game pretty much. And yeah, I think I'm liking Ehome as well. Yeah. Although the IG that we just saw, that was not even half of the IG that we know they can be. So
that's the thing. We know they can be great, but you know, it feels like maybe they're flummoxed by their performance.
They also stream sniped the ward.
Yeah.
No, like literally just one random sentry. That's like when I would put the fake minimap on my stream. I'm like, yo, okay, enough of this.
All right, that's enough. Let me take TTV out of my name.
The battle begins.
I like the Visage off lane. It's something that a lot of
you have to be careful to can't fight the Visage.
God, Ollie just getting absolutely ripped up for first blood. Planet gets it. A 3-man fissure to start that off.
Yeah, why are they fighting the Visage #1? We all know what the hero does. It's half health, one nuke. Like, those are some really basic mistakes IG's making in both games. So they gave up first blood in both games, I believe, right? Flyfly and
Flyfly gave up the first blood when he, you know, you said he should have gone straight to tower instead, went through the jungle.
Yeah, like Emo has to pop off this game, but they do have decent heroes against Puck. They got the grip, they got the Nightmare setup, they got the instant echo potentially. Like, this is not the easiest Puck game.
I'm still though. I'm in my head agreeing with Ricky about the whole Planet Earthshaker thing.
So you are saying they're going to win just because of Planet Earthshaker?
Well, not just because of him, but he is, you know, a bit of a showboat when it comes to playing on this hero.
I mean, he played a monster Snapfell last game. So.
Yeah, he did. That was a great game. That might be, and I know it's early, I want to say that might end up being the best Snapfire performance in the division.
70%? No! Ah, unlucky.
Never lucky.
Yeah.
You know, you see, he shares those similarities. You said you were never lucky when we were playing Betrayal, the House on the Hill.
Dude, you gotta admit my rolls were... Like,
I think everybody's rolls last night were really bad.
I had a 2-horn roll, dude. How does that happen? Like, Ricky rolls like a 10-horn roll, I get a 2.
You wouldn't be getting any bashes, that's for sure.
To be fair, I always want to be the traitor because it's kind of me IRL. I'm the bad guy. I'm not a traitor, but I'm the kind of guy that wouldn't mind, you know,
being the bad guy.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. Shiro on the Morphling. Obviously, we just saw Flyfly on the Morphling.
Let me ask you something first before you continue.
Sure.
What happened to Morphling?
Oh, there's the bash. There's the log. Oh, all right.
The magic stick. And the tower aura also saved him. +3 armor there. Why is Morphling so popular again? He's like first phase every game.
Yeah, it was...
What happened?
He was definitely taking a back seat for quite some time.
Yeah. I don't mind it. I feel Morph is a pretty exciting hero, but yeah, your point?
I was going to say it would be interesting to see Shiro compared to Flyfly in a Morphling position.
Yeah, but this game, let's see, how good is it for Morph? It's a pretty good Morph game. Not the best ever, but not terrible at all.
And going with that, you know, the lanes are still pretty even, and that's something I want to mark about Ehome too. Like, they played well on the back foot, coming off bad lanes. Now, how are they going to play with good lanes? And Ollie getting ripped up again, but now Salve immediately taken out. Can't even get the ink swell off. Planet with another kill here. So, this is just not what you want if you're IG.
The power of Visage. That nuke. Level 2 literally took half health off that grip stroke. It has like a 4-second cooldown. Pretty ridiculous.
I'd love to see or hear these players, what their biggest takeaways were when they got to work with ROTK. Because he coached Phoenix back when they were playing Perfect World League Season 1.
Right.
And they had a little bit of coaching from him, and I'd love to hear what they took away from that. Like, what were their biggest takeaways from something like that? Because I don't think he coached them for long. Obviously, he ended up going to Elephant.
Was it like a month or 2?
It might have been. I think it was like the first DPC season.
Yeah, so like 2 months.
Actually, no, not the first DPC season. Sorry, Perfect World League was before that. It was at least just the first season of that. So it was like a month or 2, yeah.
Yeah. Which, as I mentioned many times before, I think a great coach can be so beneficial to your entire team setup.
Right.
That being said, though, the lanes are going very well for IG again.
But it's not as much of a blowout.
Yeah, especially mid lane is much more even this time around.
Although 7E taking a lot of damage there. He's 16-2 this time. I think around this time he was like 6-1. Charge on his EZQ. Spirit Safe in there too, looking like the Bane might fall, but he's got that stick again.
One more right click.
And Brain Sap surviving. So yeah, he's using a lot of mana. He's down pretty low, pops the Clarity. However, he's staying in lane, and Shiro, for the most part, has had a pretty easy time.
Yeah, he also has a Ring of Health already. Of course, going to go into the Lincoln Sphere to prevent the charge. But they are working with 2 AoE silences. Like, if you don't get into a Manta style, like, you can die very easily. Yeah. So I don't actually know if I like the Lincoln Sphere this game, because you know my opinion on Lincoln's Manta. I think it's way too defensive.
The build-up on it feels like Morphling's a little bit too slow, and like even if he gets that Lincoln's, yeah, it defends against the charge, but there's still ways to break it. Like you could be in trouble when the Phantom's Embrace comes to silence you. Like you said, you have the AoE silence coming out from both the Puck as well as the Death Prophet. Like there are a lot of ways to handle this Morphling.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just like blindly copying that build now because Yatoro did it like a lot. And obviously he won TI with it. Oh, Inkswell. It's level 2-1. Oh, nice dodge.
Yeah, use that fissure to make sure he can get some distance, and now he knows he's able to TP. He'll go to the tier 2 tower, so not going all the way back to base. We'll regen a little bit and should be okay to come and really help out. We haven't, you know, I guess that's, we saw the first blood, we saw that kill there for Planet, but we haven't exactly felt a lot yet from the Visage, which we've seen players like Faith Beyond play when he was on Ehome, and he's played it ever since as well. But like he really does a lot when he's given the opportunity to play Visage in the offlane.
Yeah, and the problem now is that if you just play a static lane against Medusa, he's always going to outfarm you.
Right.
Which you can also see here. Despite the Visage having 2 kills, he's still pretty far behind in net worth.
Moving over, Emo.
Grab the DD.
Brain Sap, and a lot of damage done there, but they'll go after Frisk. He'll get around the fissure. They've got Ali coming over.
A little bit of a waste, potentially.
Is he going to try and blink across the wave and get this? Otherwise, that's, yeah, just a waste.
I mean, all right. Probably
that makes him very vulnerable in the lane now because they know he doesn't have it.
Yeah, and he can't gank as well.
Yeah.
Makes
It checks out.
Yeah.
The English checks out.
Yeah, that is like a level 3 wave kind of damage. Like you don't half HP a Spirit Break at this point. But every quad player wish they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, maybe. No, I guess not.
Charge to get back into lane, potentially to make a move. JT's hiding in the trees, not showing for the moment.
Yeah, but Shiro's coming like straight from the lane. There's no way he doesn't react to this. Like if he doesn't, that's
Silence.
Oh.
And
it's fine.
Shiro.
Wow, that was not even close.
Yeah.
Fake hype.
It's never me. It's never me, I swear.
Oh, it's ZZQ. Bye-bye to you.
And there's the Waiting Rift. They'll get on top of ZZQ. We say he's gone, but it feels like he survives every single time. Dream Coil placed down onto 2. ZZQ still moving forward. He put the Nightmare onto the Grimstroke. They've got Planet coming over with the Toner to stun up Emo for a second. One more right click needed to get the kill on a Frisk, and they do get away with it. They don't even lose ZZQ. He looked, he was dead on his screen already, out of position.
Yeah. Honestly, I just said what I said because it rhymed. ZZQ, goodbye to you. I like that.
The rhymes don't deliver the hype, though.
They don't, unfortunately, yeah. Now we see Visage now with the birds, of course, one of the best farming heroes in the game. Getting up his net worth. Morph still topping the charts.
Ooh, Haste turn to pick up.
Yeah, it's very good for Quap.
That'd be nice to go over to a lane, especially because he's about to have his ult back up in 5 seconds.
Also, we just saw the power of the raindrop on the Bane. Like, it popped 3 times, otherwise he would have been dead, like, twice.
Twice over.
Yeah, like, you literally... This is one of the best items in the game. If you want to increase your MMR, if you're a low MMR pleb, just buy raindrop.
I don't think I've ever bought a raindrop.
I'm not surprised. It is so powerful. Also gives it a ton of mana regen.
Maybe I should work on that.
Yeah. Just purchase my coaching. Break the order TV.
Can I get a discount code?
Sure. How much you thinking?
I don't know. Whatever works.
I give you 1% off because it's you.
Nice. Dream Coil used again here.
ZZQ again.
Nightmare pops it, and there's the
2.
Inkswell. Oh my god, Exorcism 2.
And Plan is like,
Huh?
relax,
Mark?
guys.
Can we see a question mark?
No,
I'm really hoping. Every pause now.
not happening anymore. It's only after IG dies and Ehome tips them.
I hope ZZQ tips off this pause.
Just tip someone even though you just died for nothing.
Get in their heads. Use Dream Coil and Exorcism.
I mean, the exorcism will be for the tower mostly, right? But
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, I know what you mean. But like, who would you tip? Just tip someone that's not here. Tip the Medusa.
Yeah. So they get the kill on a ZZQ. They move over to the tower. They do have Shiro here if they want to make some mass TPs out. No Echo Slam
They
or
saw
anything
the
like that.
morph.
Yeah, they saw him. So now he's in trouble. And the question becomes...
He waved in!
Waved in to avoid the silence. Planet coming over. Fissure lands on a 1. Now they've got 70 who does have the Sonic Wave available. They get the kill on Ollie. Frisk comes in with a charge. Emo winning Rift. Silence is up 2. They've got the Spirit Siphon. 7E blown away with Crypt Storm. JT getting 2 kills there as they took out Shiro. And this tower is going to drop. That is a reaction that Ehome really can't get back.
I gotta say, I'm not impressed with these first phase morphlings. You know, like they all seem to be a little underwhelming. He waves into 3 heroes instead of like out and away, and he kind of baits his team into a little bit of a bad fight. Like, you don't want to fight into an already active exorcism.
Do you think he should have waveformed
To the right and keep you out.
Yeah.
I don't know why he waveformed into 3 heroes with exorcism on.
Knowing that they were there.
Yeah, because morphing up against the DP is not that good, because Spirit Siphon is obviously percentage based.
Charge on his
So you have to be careful.
He's got double damage. He hurts.
Yeah, very painful. And this is also one of the main reasons why Morph kind of fell out of fashion, especially as an early pick. Like, it is probably the hardest carry hero to master. Other than Anti-Mage.
Sure.
I'm not biased.
I'll give it to you, though.
Thank you.
I'll back you up on that one. Anti-Mage, the hardest carry to learn.
I appreciate it.
Woo!
But
We
Anti-Mage...
haven't really looked at Fly. All of a sudden, he's taking a massive amount of stacks.
Yeah. And IG is looking really good in this game already. Like, Ehome is scary in the early game, but they couldn't really leverage on that.
They still get scary later, too, though, right? With the Ags possibility and everything like that.
They do. Especially if the Visage goes for this Orchid Axe build. Like, the puck is not safe. Grimstroke is not safe.
Eventually, Grimstroke, I would assume, gets that shard, that Inkswell upgrade.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably one of the best shards in the game.
That seems like a standard item these days on Grimstroke.
Yeah, it's too good.
I know it used to be different, but...
It even dispels grip. It dispels everything.
Jeez. And he is going Orchid.
Yeah.
There's no surprise, though. We've seen a couple of Visages so far, and they've gone to the Orchid.
Normal build nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Go Orchid into Axe. Looking for Ollie potentially. It's not the easiest setup though under the tower there.
Yeah, there could be some TPs. They've got Dream Coil available. It's a little bit of a risk if you want to dive Ollie.
Yeah. They also don't have the best synergy with the Grimstroke, right? Almost none.
Charge on a Zeal who's going through the...
Both birds gone too.
God. Both familiars go out. They drop the Dream Coil down onto the Bane. They're going to lose both these heroes potentially. There's nowhere for ZZQ to go. Zeal's already dead. 3 heroes on it, just need 1 bash. I don't even think it's needed to get the kill, but it would make it easier. And eventually the Crypt Storm, another double kill here for JT.
Yeah, and the lead's slowly and steadily growing. Medusa is already 3 levels ahead of the Morphling. That is not a good sign.
Another Morphling game, another visit to Struggle City.
Yeah, like, Morph just seems very underwhelming. If you pick it that early, like, if you pick it really late and there's nothing good against it in the game, it's a very scary hero. But this game, he goes Lincoln first, and you have like 3 heroes that still mess him up. So I really don't know how he's gonna get out of that. If he really itemizes into Lincoln's Manta, I just don't see how to defend anything. Like any objectives, any Roshan, anything like that.
Right.
We have seen so many people fall into the trap. Oh, they got a Spirit Breaker, I need the Lincoln Sphere. Like, I get it, charge is annoying, but you're a Morphin, you can always react to it. You know, it is annoying, I'll give you that, but that's all it is.
Fiend's Grip used on to the Spirit
Wait, JT's
Breaker.
running in there.
Silence on a 3. Frisk might
Wait,
survive
no way,
this.
right?
Sonic
Okay,
Blow. Yeah, that's
okay.
something you were trying to avoid using, and now they're going to go to the Exorcism to turn this one around. They've got the Dream Coil. Not a lot of mana available on a 70. They go to the Soulbind, and Morphling as well as this Queen of Pain are in trouble, but Emo moving forward, he's kind of low.
Oh, AoE damage coming
Siphon
through.
onto 2. Fly coming in now, and here comes the Medusa. Trying to output that damage. JT getting hit up with that adaptive strike. One more Crypt Swarm and a right click coming in from Fly. They do get Planet, so a lot used from both teams and not a lot gained.
Could have been a lot worse for Ehome. Like, the puck maybe coiled a little bit prematurely on the Quap alone. If he was a little bit more patient, maybe gets a better coil, but...
Emo almost died too in that fight.
Yeah, it was a very good morph into the puck. Like, he sounds like 3 heroes, and Orb like 3 heroes. There was a ton of AoE damage coming out of him. And he didn't get messed up by the hotkeys. You know, the hotkeys of morphing into puck are so messed up. Like, everything changes.
Because you've got that one added.
Yeah, and also your W suddenly becomes your E and stuff. It's super weird how this works. I still don't know why morphing is... It feels like every bug in Dota revolves either around Rubik or Morph. Or at least 90%.
Gosh. I'd love to see that real time.
Dude, I played Lifestealer, Morph the other day against Lifestealer. I morphed into Lifestealer, and he infested. And I morphed back to Lifestealer. I suddenly had 0 spells. I literally had nothing. I was like, what is happening? I've never seen this bug before. I couldn't rage. I just died. I was like, what? And then obviously I complained for like an hour about it.
Then won the game somehow.
No, I lost right after.
Well,
Because I bought back. I'm like, oh, I'm going to become Lifestealer.
JT hit with the silence of the Orchid. Charge comes all the way through though. Hits onto the Queen
Nice
of Pain.
one.
Fissure through. Dream Coil out on a 3. And this is a problem. 70 taken out. They'll get the kill at least onto the Queen of Pain. They're going to look towards the rest. Pig Pole trying to run. Zeal, well, not getting too far. Great body blocks here from Emo. Inkswell not even needed as Emo gets the kill out on a Zeal. 2 heroes dead on Ehome. IG up 5,000 net worth. We have not seen really much of anything. I kind of hyped him up in the beginning of the game. Planet, you know, he's thrown a fissure here or there, but we haven't seen much more than that.
It is not the easiest Shaker game. Like, against these heroes, it is tough. Like, there's a lot of pressure on you to press the right spells. And he doesn't have Blink Dagger either.
Yeah, he definitely needs that to start making some big plays. He is
Very close.
close, but
After this wave.
we'll see if that is even going to make much of a difference here as they're down 6,000 already. You can see the Medusa, just the stacks that have been made, the bulk up in farm.
Yeah. And you know, because I'm like right most of the time, but there's some things that I don't even know. You know, I didn't know that Grimstroke ult actually latches to birds.
Yeah, I
Because it literally just did that.
was a little confused by that as well.
Yeah, so it counts like as a hero unit. That must mean it works the same way with Lone Druid then. Because I think it
We'll
does.
have to test that, yeah.
I think I've seen that one before, but not the birds. Because it sounds pretty OP. You have 2 heroes, they have like 3 heroes.
Because I thought it hit the Morphling initially.
It did, but then it jumped to the bird.
Yeah.
But that also means, like, if there's just a bird next to here, you can just bind them together instead of having to wait for another hero. It's pretty sick. You never stop learning, especially in Dota.
There are always things to learn.
Yeah. All ults are back up. IG smoking, going straight to the Medusa. This has to be very obvious, though, for Ehome. Like, Medusa doesn't actually want to be here at this point in the game, because it's not the most efficient area.
Morphling is probably dead now.
Oh, no,
They
yeah.
wait for him back. The Dream Coil lands. Then they snap it. They've got the Inkswell, the Lockdown, the Soulbind onto the heroes that are trying to react and help Shiro. They get the kill. They'll land the silence onto the Bane 70. Still thinking about making a jump in. But that's into an Exorcism, into a Stone Gaze that is available for Fly. Making a jump in is very dangerous. They might have to concede this, and you can see 70 taking some damage from those ghosts. Eventually, they're going to want to make a move. They do have that Blink Dagger with the Echo Slam. Maybe they feel like this is their last moment to make something happen with that Blink Echo. It's only on a JT.
And
It
he's
does
back
no
up.
damage, and he just heals it all back up. The Exorcism ends, and the one Echo Slam you've now used doesn't do anything for you. So Fly gets the kill on a Zeal. They're going to move for more. They charge to the back lines, looking for 7E. There's the Waning Rift as well as the Illusory Orb coming through it on 7E, who will fall to Emo, and now the rest will follow suit. ZZQ with the Fiend's Grip, but it's not going to matter as they get the kill on a Planet. They'll look over now on a ZZQ, get 4 heroes with the 5th of the Morphling that was before, and that's a full team wipe for IG.
Yeah, you could really see how forced it was. Like, Planet didn't want to jump there. He really just forced himself to jump there. Like,
Thought it was his only opportunity.
Yeah, on a solo DP though, like where the Exorcism is already coming back to heal him back up. And you can just feel the pressure that IG is putting on Ehome. Like, mistakes like that don't just happen naturally, you know, like you kind of force them on the enemy. And IG is doing a much better job at that than they did in game 1. Like, they're awake.
A lot cleaner, a lot more in tandem with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe also a little bit underestimating Ehome perhaps in game 1.
Certainly a bit of that, but I think also Ehome did play really well.
They played super well. It's just, I don't think Ehome was playing much worse than last game, to be honest. It's just that IG is playing much better. Yeah. Like, they upped their game a lot.
Right again on
you can see
Shiro.
that the Lincolns does nothing! If you had a Manta here, you don't die. I really don't like this Lincoln's trend lately.
Yeah.
You know how much I'm hating on it.
I know, and it seems like every time we've seen a Morphling in a situation like this, they've just lost.
Yeah. What does it do now? Like, you need that E-Blade to actually mount a comeback, but if you go E-Blade...
Then you don't have Manta.
Exactly. And if you have no Manta, you just die.
Feeling like an
You will never stop me hearing it.
Yeah.
Like, I've been saying it since TI5. If you build Lincolns and Manta, you spend 10k gold on what is essentially nothing. Like, I don't die, but
I don't do anything.
they also just ignore me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only 19 minutes in. Well, now 20.
I remember TI5, Mushi, Medusa, every game, or was it TI6? Or was it a major? Anyway, one big tournament, he built Manta, Lincolns, Medusa every time.
Yeah.
I was fuming, man. I was like, because he was the only one doing it.
And he's going for the E-Blade, so he's gonna
He has to.
skip the Manta.
Yeah.
But if it what I think it's gonna end up happening if he gets to the E-Blade, which I don't even know if that's gonna happen. Waveform in, E-Blade, Adaptive Strike, and then he's just gonna die.
The puck can almost solo kill him at this point.
Yeah.
He has 1,000 health, he has a Witch Blade, so that a Ghost Scepter isn't actually going to do a whole lot for you. It's very scary. Very scary.
I think Grimstroke was holding onto a decent chunk of gold where he's gone into the point booster. I'm not sure if he bought the shard as well.
I'm pretty sure you save up for shots straight away if you can. Like, what is his net worth like? 4.8, let's do the math. He's not saving for the shard, in fact.
Well,
Very interesting, because against Shaker as well as Bane, it's so good.
yeah.
Like, you literally just run in, and he can't echo for the entire duration of the Inkswell, because it will just dispel it. Interesting.
And going to the
Axe, right?
Ags.
As a +5 Grimstroke, that is very, very, like, everyone's allowed to have dreams, right?
Yeah,
Ooh, the charge is fast, it's fast, it's fast! Whoa, that was a millimeter!
With a little bit more speed, 70 would have felt real bad.
No casual wind lays right there. Oh, he has one. My bad.
I'm just thinking about...
Dude, if he smoked, he would have gotten him. He had a smoke. You get to say additional movement.
Yeah, I guess he could. Why not?
I'm just nitpicking here, of course. We're just having some fun, guys. You wouldn't want to smoke for that. Unless you're me.
I mean, you're up 12k.
You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you can do it. You can smoke for it.
Sure.
I think Grimstroke's holding a smoke as well, so it's fine.
Scotty on Deuce as well. Well, now they just force Roshan. They're not even committing Exorcism, which is a little bit greedy, but they know they're far ahead. They can probably get away with it.
Yeah, I think they feel the presence that Ehome is not outputting.
Yeah, Ehome has no presence.
Yeah, they really don't have much presence on the map, and they can just go for this, and then that means they'll hold the Exorcism into whatever fight they want to take, pushing these towers and using the Sages.
Yeah, they get away with it, no problem. Dusha with Aegis and Scotty, about 1 billion effective HP.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh.
Get the Bane illusion!
I got baited.
Fake hype, it's okay.
I was like, hit the Bane.
He has an A on this compact, so he doesn't want to get bursted by either the grip or the Echo Slam. I liked it a lot. Like, if you're this far ahead, you know, every dab is very costly, so that Aeon this makes a lot of sense. He's really playing to win this game, you can see. He's not going like for like a fun Dagon or something.
He's not joking around, that's for sure.
Yeah. And Dusa, of course. I still don't know why Dragonlance here is just outrange towers. I hate that concept, but here you go. You're just sitting down there and attacking the tower. Yeah, why not?
Alright, bottom tier 1, that's something here for Ehome.
Almost even at 1,000 gold away from it. And that can potentially be a comeback item, like you can burst the supports.
But who are you killing?
And you have to kill Ollie or the Spirit Breaker with it. Because the problem is, Medusa is nowhere gonna die. There's a BKB on Death Prophet and A on this compact. Like, you gotta kill one of the supports with it. But now there's a Shadow Blade on the Spirit Breaker as well.
Fissure, Orchid, Echo. All right,
That's
they
a
killed
good
off
one.
JT. That's a start. That was a fast kill. They're not doing the damage right now onto 7E, but they've got that Nether Strike. Now they're going to Stone Gaze. They're retreating off this. IG charge comes all the way from Shiro. They get the kill on a Frisk. They look over at Ollie. That's going to be 3. They've locked down this Medusa. They've got the Fissure. Now the right click's coming in. Zeal trying to use those familiars to get the stun lock in. They've bought back on JT. Emo comes in with the Dream Coil. That's going to come through out onto these familiars as well as Shiro and 7E. 7E, though, still alive, blinks away. Nobody dead yet on the side of Ehome. Illusory Orb forward. They don't jaunt to it. They have bought back on 2 heroes.
They had to.
Ehome, all of a sudden, with that Echo Slam, they come alive.
Yeah, we said, you know, they're gonna set up for a good Echo Slam, and JT gave him exactly that. Like, they were all clumping up a little bit. There's really no reason to be in a position, but sometimes it's just like a lapse in concentration, you know? And
Right.
Planet saw that instantly, and it went like, BAM!
He was not going to give that back to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to take another look at this.
Look at that.
Fissure comes out, and you can see Frisk right on the edge of that, on that charge. And
Yeah.
then you've got the Echo Slam. They just blow up JT, which is a lot of gold there for 7E.
Like,
all things
instantly
considered.
recognizing that he's out of position there is a very strong effort by Planet. They're still far behind, but that was definitely a step in the right direction.
Shiro, pretty survivable in that whole exchange. I didn't really think he was going to feel all too comfortable charging in through all that, but they get the kill on a Frisk and Ollie.
They actually charged through 3 heroes, though. That's why they even could take that fight.
And then they get the Aegis,
Yeah.
and I think this is wise by Ehome. They could have stayed. They could have tried to press the envelope. There is still that mid-tier 1. And
Yeah.
staying is something that we talked about IG doing in the first game and giving up kills right back. And if they give up kills on that part of the map right there, the game might just end.
Yeah, they had to buy back, though, because otherwise the Medusa would just die for free.
Yeah.
So it was the right decision by IG, but
Fissure E-Blade.
yeah. No Death Strike, though. Like, you see, Spirit Breaker, 1500 health. Morph can burst it instantly. But he's got to like, get on the supports. Or, if you can, like, lock down JT from full to 0.
There's the Ags for the Visage.
You know what, Aeon Disc is something I would really love to see on the Death Prophet this game as well.
70 getting charged, but immediately
He's out.
70 blinks back, and Frisk will stop that. He was moving real quick.
As all Spirit Breakers do nowadays.
Yeah, 1744, 2000 movement speed.
2300 movement
Yeah.
speed.
I think you really need to make a cosmetic that if he ever hits over 1000 movement speed, you get that boof of like breaking the speed of sound.
No, on the map, like the global sound is just deja vu. Everybody hears
Deja
it.
vu. Yeah, you know what? That should be it.
They're from the fountain or something. Like, deja vu. Oh, who's he going for?
You also have to get the win streaks, like, you know,
yeah.
kind of coming through.
And then where the wind is coming from, you can kind of predict where he's charging. He's like, oh no, he's coming top, guys.
He hops into a Mazda and just starts going real fast.
So many good ideas. Sadly, we're never going to see any of them.
We're just not digital creators.
Yeah.
11K lead, but yeah, I mean, we looked at the last fight.
Yeah.
Possible for Ehome.
I wonder if IG still know that they're this far ahead.
They might not feel it.
Yeah, because of
I
last fight.
think with the buybacks, that might make them a little bit more skeptical of where they
Well,
stand.
Ehome feel like we've had enough of staying in our base. Let's explore the wild a little bit.
Yeah, they finally get to come out and search around.
And find nothing and go back to base.
They found some creeps.
Yeah, like smoking like this is always very obvious. Like all the lanes are pushing in. You're not showing anywhere. Well, where could there be? Are they AFK at Fountain? If it was a matchmaking game, they would have scanned the Fountain. And as soon as it turns red, they're like, ah, yeah, let's go end.
BKB being built for Morphling, so still no Manta, and I think he's
Yeah.
just gonna ignore it the entire time.
Yeah,
well,
this
not
is
the
good.
entire
This is
time,
good.
If it does go BKB, maybe later.
You need the BKB to get all the rid of all the silencers. But you still don't have an easy way of getting rid of them post BKB though, which is a big problem. Illu room for the Dusa, some split shot illusions, very strong. Oh, they caught the morph. Can't charge him though. He has no TP. He cancelled his TP actually.
Oh, the Dream Coil might have been what canceled it.
Yeah,
Wait
for sure.
him into the trees.
They know he's there.
Oh,
Running blade? No, do they?
Shiro?
Do they? You guys, there's only one way you could have gone, guys.
Shiro?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, JT, that's right. No way! Dude, oh, he just morphed. Did he
They
if he
finally
didn't
caught
wave,
him.
dude. If he didn't wave, I think they
It would
would
have
have
been
found him.
safe. But now he's on the run. This is so much time. Insert the Benny Hill music as Shiro finally gets caught, but he's got the wave for him. Now the illusory orb. He's going to jaunt over to it. No.
Baited.
Oh, they baited him. As he's on the other side, eventually gets charged, and the right clicks come out, and Fly gets the kill on a Shiro. He does not have buyback. He did, but now he doesn't.
Dude, he canceled his TP, but they actually thought he got away somehow. But I mean, even it doesn't matter because your morphing is stuck up there forever. So either way, it's not good. But it looked fun. It looked nice.
He's dead for a while.
Yeah, 30 seconds for a high ground here.
I don't think they can win and or take the fight.
And Feeble's doing a good job though. Minus 150 damage on the Deucer.
Radiant's top tower.
Fissures, totems.
Look at that. And Feeble is so insane.
Oh gosh.
By the way, in case people don't know, it reduces all the damage, which also includes the plus damage. So if you were to buy a Rapier, and Feeble would reduce 60% of that.
The more you know.
Which, how much is that? Like, almost 200 damage gone from the Rapier. And Feeble is a strong spell. Especially when you have Split Shot online, too.
Damn. And so now they're going to smoke his 5.
Is under attack.
Yeah. They still have all ults available on IG. Everything's back up again.
Everything
And again, the smoke is so obvious. Top lane is pushing in, mid lane is pushing in. They can't catch this puck. He has Aerodisc anyway, they can't kill him. Like, these smokes of Ehome, the last two, have been really, really...
obvious.
Yeah, to say the least. And IG's not falling for that kind of stuff.
Do you think Ehome should just be trying to defend it on the high ground, or do you think it's wise for them to kind of smoke out of the base and make a move forward? Because their best defense was on the high ground, right?
Yeah,
And
but at
IG
the same
made a
time,
mistake.
if you just wait high ground the entire time, IG has no obligation at all to go to the high ground, right? But you wait for the next Roche,
It's up.
which is up now, yeah? And IG's not even going for that. If IG loses team fight and Ehome gets a Roshan, they're back in the game. Maybe even ahead. Like, I really think the right play for IG is just go to the Roshan. There's no rush for them. But maybe they're feeling the advantage.
Fly, and there's the Inkswell to come out
To
as
dispel the
Feeble.
Feeble,
Yeah. Just kind of taking buildings
Structures are fortified.
from a distance.
Dire's bottom tower.
They end up fortifying. Emo waiting for his moment to jump in. So is Planet. And that's a pretty far jump from Emo, but he's able to illusory orb and jaunt away from that. And they're looking for the block on the fissure, which they do have.
They got the
to
grip,
go
they got the grip.
through. They've got the Fiend's Grip. Sonic Wave comes out. It's a full duration. Now finally the Inkswell pops, and it will dispel that, but no mana left on Fly. They're going to go into this one with the BKB being popped by JT. They've got Planet down low. He's got buyback. He doesn't have Echo Slam anymore. They get the kill to 70. He does not have buyback. Dead for 70 seconds.
Medusa!
Shiro in on this one. Gets the kill on a Fly. Takes on the Medusa. Now it's to deal with the rest. They move forward. Zeal's Familiars trying to keep up with the rest of IG. JT trying to run away with the Exorcism. Inkswell on Zeal. Zeal, well, he gets hit. I don't know if I even knew about that one, but they get the Fissure coming through. They've also got Emo back into the fight. They'll throw a couple of shots over on JT. They get the kill on Ollie. They're taking the Grimstroke. They look over. Planet, he just bought back, but he's going to end up surviving. Frisk and Emo, they go down. JT, he slept up. The Nightmare comes out from ZZQ. Shiro coming over. This could be a full team wipe here for Ehome. JT with the spider legs trying to get through the trees. Actually goes into the trees. Now, do they have the stop? They don't. But Ehome once again, they hold on. And yes, Roche is up. It could be their prize.
Please, like, tell me why is IG doing this again? Like, Roshan was up, they knew it. Just go for the Roche and then high ground push this. You lose nothing.
Is that a lack of respect for Ehome, you think?
Maybe, but like this is what I said. Like, this is the comeback avenue for Ehome. They win this fight off some buybacks. They take the Roshan.
You park your car in Comeback City.
And now they're actually, I think, in a decent position in this game. They got the shard as well.
Wow.
I really don't know why you need to take this kind of risk.
Aegis in the hands of Shiro. That was a
well
majority
played,
of that fight without 70.
Yeah. It's getting hard. Like, Morphing actually has BKB now, so he is very, very strong. Like, you're handing so much to Ehome just by not going Roshan there. Like, if you fight around the pit, That's perfect for you. And the initiation on him was so good too.
And look at the Echo Slam. They're just trying to keep Fly nearby the entire time.
With the grip as well. I gotta admit the response of IG, they didn't expect that. Like, they were really slow to react. He was gripped for like a good 3 seconds before they even reacted. Lost all his mana on the Dusa. And yeah, well played by Ehome again.
And this is a pretty crucial one, because this would put IG at 0-2 and Ehome at 2-0.
Yeah, this is really important. Like, if you're 2-0, your chance of being top 4 is highly diminished.
Wow.
And I'm just looking at this fight, I'm like, yeah, this can happen. Like, I don't know why you put yourself in this kind of position.
A lot of gold there for Shiro, ending that emo streak of 7 times,
For
800
sure.
just about. Now it's down to a 9K lead with an Aegis into the hands of Shiro for 3 minutes 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Still, though, you can see the net worth discrepancy.
Yeah.
Medusa is up there. But this does slow down the game and give Ehome potential.
I mean, it's not over by any means.
No.
It's just IG must be like really scared right now of going high ground again, because both high ground pushes ended up with them losing like 4 heroes each time.
And you can see where they both happened.
Yeah. I mean, sure, 7 AK Nebuff is still there, but it's not a whole lot. Like, you have so many stunts to work with on the Ehome side.
And there will come a point where Shiro, I assume, picks up an Axe, right?
Yeah.
And starts outputting even more damage as he turns into the Earthshaker.
Yeah. It's another smoke out. It's a very obvious one, but
Frisk
it always
is right
works for
there.
them.
They know he's there. And the
Frisk is
Bulldoze,
dead.
oh, the status resistance,
alive.
that allows him to leave. They've got the Soul
He's
Bond.
dead.
He's connected to this familiar. They get the kill on Frisk. He's going to buy back, and now he needs to charge into the fight. They've got Zeal acting as their high ground vision. He thinks about TPing out. They've used the Exorcism. ZZQ hit with the Dream Coil, so they'll use that to try and get the Bane. Bane does end up falling, so ZZQ, he's out of the fight. Blink back from 7E. JT moving forward. Emo, though, with the Waning Rift, they've got the silence out into 7E. They're looking for the silence from JT, but this is ambitious. They're moving forward pretty far. Fissure comes out from Planet.
What
Even
damage!
the damage on a JT, almost enough to blow up the Death Prophet. He was posturing far forward without his team and almost paid for it.
He had an A on this that he didn't even assemble. That's either very brave or he just forgot about it. Because if you had 500 health, I think it's time to assemble that.
It's time to unlock.
Whew.
High G.
And they're playing with fire. They are playing with fire.
Yeah, they are playing with fire that Ehome have kind of made themselves, though. There shouldn't have been a fire. But all of a sudden, Ehome, they've become Tom Hanks in Castaway, and they've made fire. This time, the wind didn't get to it.
You know me, I'm not the most movie kind of guy.
That's why I go for them. I'm trying to see if one time I'm going to get you.
I watch Spider-Man, though.
reference.
You have a Spider-Man reference?
I don't yet. I need to go watch that. Ooh, Fissure blocking Fly onto the high ground. He's got the Ink Swell, so obviously he's got the Dispel as well. They've got the Silence coming in. His Frisk with the charge. It's out onto Zeal. Zeal taking some damage. They've gone to the Nether Strike, but they get the kill on Ollie. They take the Grim Stroke. They look over at Shiro. Shiro's Lincoln's is popped. He's on the high ground, kind of away from the rest of his team as Emo's going to have his Aeon Disc pop. They've got the Silence once again coming up from JT onto Shiro. Shiro continuing to run. He's got the Aegis, so just about a minute more left on that. Now it finally gets popped. Ehome looking for their opportunity. They do have the Echo Slam available for Planet. They're moving in. They've got Shiro with the waveform away. Zeal, though, over to the side.
They caught the Quap.
Dream Coil.
No BKB.
Hits the Quap. 7E silenced. Hit with the Stroke of Fate. They get the kill there. Silence again. This time hitting Zeal. They might need to just back up. They do have buyback available on 7E. How far are IG going to continue to push on this? They've got the Lincoln's pop. That'll allow them to charge in. Now there's the buyback coming up from 7E. They use the Stone Gaze from Fly. Zeal turn to stone. And it's not going to end happily like an ELO song, but Zeal will fall. JT gets the kill there. He's got buyback as well. IG starting to trickle forward as they want to go into the high ground. Shiro, well, he's going to have to defend with only 3 allies at the moment as they don't have Zeal buying back just yet. Creeps pushing into the top end of the base.
Yeah, creeps are causing a lot of problems, and they're still posturing in front of the base. They have Exorcism up, so they could potentially push, but they're lacking a couple of ultis. Maybe they want to just force out a buyback and then get back, which can be pretty risky against a Shaker, like if you get Fissure blocked.
He held the Echo Slam the entire time. Never really.
There was a lot of patience. Like,
Yeah.
even the Stone Gaze was held for super long too. Used it at the perfect time as the BKBs come out. And they are going to go high ground. They still have both Aeon Discs up, so it's not as risky, really.
I know Emo doesn't have his.
Oh, his was popped?
Yeah. It
So-
got popped as he was going for Zeal off to the side.
Right, so that's why he's in a little bit more of a defensive position.
Yeah.
And Sleepy's back, but
And there's the buyback, and IG might just retreat on that.
Yeah, bye-bye.
And there's the Ags, though, coming out from the Morph
Finally.
link. So, you know, does the defense just get harder? Yes, there's win conditions. There are a lot of buybacks used. That gives you win the fight, you win the game.
Did they give Morphling the shard? Because it would be really good with the Shaker. They didn't. They actually gave it to the Quap. But Morphling needs that shard
Did they?
together with the Shaker.
I thought Quap had bought her own.
She bought her own? What did they give the shard to? Maybe Shaker then?
Yeah.
But yeah, like Morph
no,
also
no.
needs one to be able to have the double shard Morphling shenanigans thing.
Yeah, Visage has his shard. He's had his shard for a while, and I'm pretty sure I thought both your Shaker and the Quap had their shards a while ago, but
Alright, well anyway, IG
either way, yeah.
and firm control again. They reestablish a dominance. And you can see after the 2 botched high ground pushes. Well, I say botched, they still got the melee Rex every time, like each time, but like, they're playing much more carefully now.
Yeah.
Like the positioning is much better. Their spell usage is on point. And
3% win probability.
Radiant's bottom
All
tower
you need is
is
3.
under attack.
3 HP, 3%.
Yeah, I've seen games where it said like 1%. So
This doesn't really feel... I would give more than 3.
yeah,
The fights and the patience have been good for me.
I'll give 3.1.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'm down to give like 10%.
that's a lot of percentage. Though.
Yeah, I think they've earned it.
You're very generous.
10 to be.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that house that you bought me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
People are gonna start thinking I make way more money than I do. You just gave him a house?
For free? What? As a birthday present?
15,000 net worth lead here for IG. Although I will say, it's not like the Medusa has really felt like it's been much more of what the Medusa's been doing since 10 minutes ago, when it was 22,000 net worth or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest strength of Medusa is just that rock in front that you can't really go past. And he's doing a very good job at that. I just can't look at Emo's face cam. Like,
Fissure, JT.
and this
There's
pop.
the Andisk. They have the silence on it too. Inkswell, another Fissure coming out. And
Hey,
Stormcrafter,
careful!
JT taken out. Sonic Wave was used, not exactly needed from 70, but he is already bought back, so he's dead for about 2 minutes. They get the kill now through on Ali. They've got buyback available on JT. Shiro needs to get away. They got the
got the
Finch grip on the
grip!
Medusa, but nothing to follow it up. Emo, Frisk, all coming forward. They've used the Dream Coil. The Fissure lands on a 2. The
Nice
Echo
Echo!
Soul comes down on a 3. They got the Fissure. Oh, it just misses Frisk. He'll TP away, but Emo's not
got
going to be
the
as
Orchid, the
fortunate.
Orchid.
5-4 with the BKB going forward now, trying to TP out.
No
Does
cancel.
he have it? No cancel available for Ehome. Whoa. Again, IG kind of getting caught with their pants down on that one.
I gotta say though, like just as I praised them for being more cautious, JT's just like, yeah, I got A on this. Oh, okay, I got popped. And they just keep chasing, he dies, and they all trickle in one by one.
And he tries to back up, and Disc will...
Very cocky, very, very cocky.
Yeah, Inkswell, and then I believe Stormcrafter tries to back up, but eventually Shiro jumped in and got him. They found Frisk over on the live cam. Bane.
Siki just, he's out. Oh, so close. That was a very good charge.
He was
attempt.
open. And you see the Fiend scripts there, but they don't get anything on a fly fight. But even then, Emo gets baited into this. Fissure, Echo, the damage comes through, and Frisk just surviving that second Fissure, almost, you know, getting that kill.
Yeah, and the fast Orchid also on Emo, so he has no chance out. And unfortunately, no bash on Morphling. Because he will never build
There's
that.
the Ags now on Grimstroke.
On the Morph is gonna hurt. Like his 400 damage illusion, whatever.
Oh, fly.
Yeah.
Do they even know? Ooh, TP coming in from the Grimstroke. They may just blow him up.
If Grimstroke dies, that's a big one.
Yeah, Fissure.
Goodbye,
and
sir.
Goodbye. 70
No buyback.
seconds. He's gone.
Like Ehome is creating a
Wow.
lot of openings.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Roche is available. Refresher Shard.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is falling.
The hair cam of Shiro.
Waning Rift AoE in range picked up for the level 25 of Emo.
Yeah. I can see he dies very easily. He doesn't have any sort of dispel. Once Aeon Disc is on cooldown, one Orchid, you're dead.
And he didn't have the Grimstroke in that last part, so he doesn't have the Inkswell to help him out. You know.
Yeah. They're finally farming their tier 4 items, Ehome is. They're still lacking 2 of them.
Daedalus for Fly.
Yeah, Medusa is still very big, deals a lot of damage, but they've been doing a really good job at just kiting him. Yeah, but once he gets to 25, it's going to get really hard to kite him.
And the buybacks are starting to come for both teams in some areas. They've got 3 on each side. A minute 25, though, until Queen of Pain has hers back. And
I think the GG items came out.
You think the Ags for Puck's going to be the GG item?
Like, that is the best item against Morph Shaker because you just ult the Morph. All his mobility is gone. And you can't break it with BKB anymore.
Well, the thing about that is he's been very...
He's been elusive, but
hesitant to even make that first move in. So, like, the Dream Coil usually gets used, and then he's...
Yeah, but I think Emo's going to be much more patient now that he actually has a BKB counter. Because once you actually go in, the smoke in!
Dream Coil plays down onto 2. It snaps onto this Queen of Pain. They'll pop the BKB, and they realize it's going to be an Axe Dream Coil. So they've got the Stun onto Shiro. The Fissure comes out, but it's only going to hit onto Emo. Now, they have the damage. Ollie's ending up dead, so they don't have that Dispel coming out from the Inkswell just yet. They're going to have Emo moving forward. They've got the Exorcism going through. JT! The damage coming into JT. They get the kill to the Death Prophet. They look over at Frisk. They'll take out this Spirit Breaker. They've got the grip out of the Medusa. They'll get the kill. They'll take out Fly.
No way!
Right by Roche. It was 14K. It was 15K, and now it's nothing. It is nothing for IG. They have found Emo, and they will try to take out this Puck. They are ready for him to come back, but at the same time, he was ready for them to jump over, and he gets out.
It is now
Ehome who have the lead.
They gotta buy back here. At least they secured Roshan. No buyback on the Quap. Can you just go into the pit and do it? It's very risky. There's still more Shaker, double Fissure.
Yeah, it's so hard to make your way into the pit with Fissure after Fissure after Fissure coming through.
I can't believe how these fights are going. Like, the Stone Gaze was used on nothing. Hold that thought. They're actually hitting Roshan. They feel
Fly looking for it. Planet comes in with the Fissure on a 2. They've got the Familiars coming over. The Silence hits on a Frisk, but he's got the Bulldoze. That status resistance, making sure he's not silenced quickly. They look over. JT, he's going to go over the BKB pop by Shiro. The right clicks in are not going to be enough just yet, but now they've got the Dream Coil down on Shiro. He's all by himself. They get the kill. He's got no buyback. He is 850 gold short. Shiro has misplayed his hand. Unfortunately, he did not know when to fold him. He did not know when to hold him, and he will go down for 85.
And it's also buying back. They don't have the strongest here to morphing though. Like, you cannot take this fight. You cannot. You have to really leave.
Frisk moving over. They've got the Nightmare. Bit of damage, but there's the charge on his EZQ. JT coming in with the Silence that hits on his Zeal. They've got the Dust. EZQ trying to survive. Won't be able to do so. Emo, he is so low. He comes over. He needs to be very careful. Ooh, Emo. Trying to line it up, but they're actually going to have Planet come in. He's looking to make a move. Loser over. They've got the Fissure. Emo goes into the phase shift. Roche low. They don't have any way to jump in. And they just don't have it there without the Morphling dead for 45 more seconds.
No Exorcism though, so they might not be able to throw it just yet. They are probably going to get Mega Creeps though, and it's going to be much, much harder to come back.
40 seconds to go bottom. They buy back on ZZQ. The potential for Ehome to hold is quite low, but they have shown time and time again the resilience needed to come back against IG. It's now 8K as they've bought back on ZZQ. So from 14 to the hands of Ehome, back over again. They have the Refresher Shard, so Exorcism is available. JT gonna stand his ground with the help of Fly. And now what can they do for Ehome?
There's a Refresher also, so he can refresh the Aeon. This is a cheese as well.
Damage coming out, JT blinking forward, and he's popped the BKB. They're gonna secure Megas, it looks like, but they've got the Glyph. Fissure out on a Fly, 7E. Sonic Wave pushes them away, but they've got the Nether Strike, 7E. Oh, he's got buyback.
They'll make the move forward, but Shiro with the way forward. Back to Fiend's Grip. It's going to be through on a 5-5 once again. Charge comes down to the back of the side of Ehome. They get ZZQ. That'll stop the Fiend's Grip. 5-5 now with a lot of mana, but they drop the Dream Coil down once more. That'll stun up this Shiro Morphling. The damage out, the fissure there. There's the totem as well as the jump coming out from Shiro. They get the kill on a 5-5.
Has BKB
IG, they need to react. He's got the BKB available on 5-5. He's going to pop in immediately, go after Shiro. They've got the pressure. They get the kill to Shiro. They look over at 70. They've got the Nightmare to try and keep the Queen of Pain alive, but they'll lose two. Fissure out onto both those heroes. Echo Slam, just not enough damage coming in from Planet. They look over as Emo in and out with the Illusory Orb and jaunting over with the phase shift. They get the kill. They'll call GG, and IG will even it up at 1. Ehome had their opportunities. They end up getting wasted, and IG on the brink of throwing it away so many times.